Only 19 days until the NFL draft is upon us, and we are on episode number 2 of the 20 Prospects in 20 Days series here on Fantasy Focused, as we are dropping a new daily video to discuss an incoming rookie prospect to the fantasy football landscape. On this episode, we discuss the Chandler, Arizona product, Arizona State wide receiver, Keal Harry. If this is your first time checking out our channel, feel free to smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our daily content. I'm Tate, and enough of the pleasantries. Let's jump into this draft player profile brought to you by the Original Hooters. There seems to be a wide range of opinions on Keal Harry. Sure, there is no doubt he is among the elite prospects in this class. Some actually have Keal Harry as the top fantasy prospect overall.
Harry, I've reached the top!
To formulate our own opinion, let's check out what we know about Keal Harry. He measured out at 6'2", 228 while running a 4.53 40-yard dash, 27 bench press reps, and a 38.5-inch vertical. So considering his frame, the 4.53 is a solid yet unspectacular time. It's a bit disappointing he decided not to run a shuttle or 3-cone drill, but I digress. To have a true appreciation of Keal Harry, you have to flip on the tape, and man, is there a lot to be excited about for this young man. Emphasis on the title, man, because there are moments where he makes his competition look like little boys as opposed to men. Texas at San Antonio, for example, the first of which was on the opening drive where he snags a high screen pass and is immediately met by a defender that he spins off of, resets his balance, and then darts through the middle of the field and seals the deal with a stiff arm at the very end to find pay dirt. This highlight features what I think makes Harry special. His instincts as a playmaker with the ball in his hands to break tackles. And another example, in the same game, here Harry catches a simple hitch route where he stiff arms the initial defender. Okay, that's nice. Then simply feels the defender coming from the middle, over pursuing, and immediately hits him with a spin move back inside. Then as he is resetting his balance, he catches a glimpse of another incoming defender and eludes him with a ever so subtle little jump cut. Within the span of 3 seconds, he's ended up evading 3 tackles and then still has enough juice to hit the gas to avoid this trailing defender to get behind his blockers, who somehow miss this oncoming defender, which ends up not really mattering because he eludes this ankle-biting tackle with a stiff arm that helps guide his hurdle over this defender, where he finally decides to bury what's left of the Roadrunners' defense by taking this into the end zone. And look, I know the competition isn't going to be this bad at the NFL level, but I wanted to highlight that this type of elusiveness is very uncommon from a receiver his size. He's got some absolute dog in him, and I absolutely love his competitiveness on a play-by-play basis. So let's move on to some things that he will do well at the NFL level. First, I love his ability to make contested catches. Some receivers have his size but don't really play to it. If it's possible, it feels like Keal Harry plays bigger than his size. I'm rolling some of his ridiculous highlight reel catches to illustrate my point, but his ability to make a living on back shoulder throws is very valuable in the NFL. But if you just even flip on any highlight tape you find on YouTube, you will see that Keal Harry just has some ridiculous receptions to his credit, and I'm very excited to see what he can do against NFL level competition. One specific play I loved was his TD on a go route from the slot. The defense is in man coverage across the board with Harry matched up against the safety. He gives an ever so subtle jab step inside to bring the safety inside to give him and his quarterback, more importantly, plenty of room to make the back shoulder throw into the end zone, where he displays great body control for his size, adjusting to the well-thrown ball for the touchdown. Now, this isn't the only example of crafty route running. He is a much better route runner on in-cutting routes. I did see that he ran most of a full route tree, but he does not run the full route tree at as high a level as he does on in-cutting routes like here against Oregon and Utah. However, his best route is the double move, the out and up, where here against Utah, they have a wheel route concept where the outside wide receiver gets a natural pick with the over route, leaving Harry to the underneath route. Now, he sells this out route perfectly as he gets the defender to bite up and then explodes off that right leg to blow by the defender. Unfortunately, the ball is poorly underthrown, but Harry high points the ball very well and hauls it in with those strong pair of mitts that he has. One last positive for Harry, He moved all over the formation during his time at Arizona State. He spent most of his time on the outside, but the fact that he proved effective wherever he lined up gives NFL teams a plethora of ways to try to get the football into his hands. So after spending the last couple minutes gushing over Harry, let's flip the script and talk about some concerns. First things first, in order to run a route in the NFL, you have to get off the line of scrimmage. And I don't want to turn on the tape and watch a wide receiver run in place for 4 to 6 steps trying to get off the bump and run coverage. It's wasting your time, it's wasting your quarterback's time, it's wasting my time, and it's wasting Tommy from Goodfellas' time.
Yahoo, you mother.
I mean, I kind of felt like I was watching him try to dance in place. What the hell is this? If I'm a DB, I'm just standing there and waiting because I'm not worried about his speed or quickness hurting me, and I'm just going to go ahead and let him waste his time and energy getting off the line of scrimmage because it is completely wasted motion. That's something he has to clean up at the NFL level. Another concern of mine is his ability to consistently separate. Sure, he runs a solid slant, hitch, and over route, but his out-cutting routes are ugly. Take this deep out versus Arizona. He begins his cut at the 45-yard line and doesn't complete the route until he's at the 49. Now, the same exact thing happened versus Oregon, where he's working out of the slot against off coverage, and he does a good job of getting his defender to flip his hips before breaking to the sideline. Now, when he goes to break to the sideline, he originally plants his foot at the 43-yard line, but he doesn't finish the turn until he's at the 39. In turn, the ball is properly thrown if Harry runs the route properly. Instead, he's 4 yards deeper than he should be, and the throw ends up in the dirt because of the sloppy route. So it's not that Harry isn't capable of running an out route or out breaking routes at a higher level. It's just that he has to clean it up going into the NFL. Because there will be DBs, if you round off your route that much, that's just asking for a pick six. So what's the final fantasy outlook for Keal Harry? Personally, I see an incredibly physical competitor blessed with a monster frame for an NFL wide receiver. I'm concerned he is going to be able to separate consistently against physical corners who can take advantage of his struggles to get a clean release and will not fear his speed at the next level. However, he is a crafty route runner with strong hands, and he has elite run after the catch skills. He is going to be a solid possession receiver out of the gate with the ceiling to evolve into a top-tier wide receiver at the next level. He's number 2 on my overall Dynasty rookie board. And that'll do it for this second episode of the 20 Prospects in 20 Days here on FantasyFocus.com. Sound off in the comments and let me know what you think about Keal Harry and where he is on your Dynasty rankings. Again, if this is your first time joining us, feel free to subscribe and punch the like button if you enjoyed this video. Up tomorrow is A.J. Brown. Until next time, later, says the Tater.